in the house. This is your lift, the essential intel session. We've got it all here. Mental health, movement, motivation, and, the quintessential, what we all need from time to time is that robust relationship advice. So it's all right here for you. I love sharing these messages, creating these videos for you. One of the best parts of my life. If you're loving what I'm doing, please don't forget to subscribe and share the news of the channel with your friends and family. So I want to thank Michael for being the inspiration for today's message. Used and tossed aside. Most of us have been there. I've been there. Let's dive in. I have a lot to say. Truly, I have a lot to say about this topic. So here we go. Sheila, although I have watched your channel for many years, I admit I like to handle my problems on my own. I've been thrown for a loop and having some trouble moving on. A relationship of 6 years just ended. On 2 occasions, I expressed my desire for deeper commitment leading to marriage. Both times I was told, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I just need more time to do this or that. She finished getting her degrees, in quotes, has had time to live on her own. And by the way, I financially supported her through it all. Not hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. I was thinking I was supporting my future wife. The relationship has been over about 7 months. I'm going backward and forward. I hear rumors that she is engaged. She will not talk to me. I can't get my money back. I feel like an ass. She used me. I'm clear on that. As sick as it sounds, I keep wanting to reach for her. This is so very painful. How do I move on? Used and tossed aside. Michael. Okay, Michael, you're in the right place. First of all, I feel for you deeply, from my heart to yours. It's a really crappy feeling to have put so much of yourself on the line. Let's keep it real. You've put your money out there too, time and investment, and you're thinking something is going one way and it's going another. And intentions, one way or another. I'm saying this for you, Michael, and everyone listening. One way or another, people's intentions are always going to bubble up. You've asked me a very specific question. How do you move on? This channel is very unique in that I'm dealing in specifics. And the information that I'm giving you, again, I like to remind my treasured and dear subscribers of this. And, we're all connected. Auntie Sheila. There is a reason I rebranded the channel, because I want to highlight that one way or another, we truly are all connected. But I'm coming to you from the clinical, nearly 27 years of experience doing this work. Yes, I plug in the practical. It's a how-to channel, and I would be remiss if I did not talk to you plain as day about the spiritual implications of the things going on here. So, Michael, right between the eye, heaven help us all. I have been in this place where you're at more than once. And when I was in the place, had I had the tools that I'm about to share with you now, I think it dare I say, it would have been a very different experience. Certainly an elevating experience. I do this work because I know what it is like, to navigate and try to maneuver and figure things out and just feel like you're on your knees, and not only just on your knees, but that feeling of uh, being alone, that feeling of isolation. So I want to just pull you in spiritually and certainly into this supportive community, and knowing that you are not alone. When someone has kind of pulled a wang dang doodle like this person has done, it can leave you reeling, and you are playing things in your head over and over again. How do I know? Because I've been there, and it can become exhausting. It can become draining. The first thing I want you to do is take a deep breath. When you hear this message, get yourself some coffee, hot chocolate, some tea, whatever you like. Take a deep breath. You might want to play this 2 or 3 times. Do yourself a big favor. Get a command immediately on your narrative. What do I mean by that? You guys, we are never responding to what is happening. You respond 24/7, 365 to what you tell yourself is happening. This is literally going to play out in real time for you mentally, based on how the narrative that you create. So is this a situation where someone used you, abused you, tossed you aside, and you're just despondent, you're in despair? Is that what the situation is? Or is this situation, hey, it was an expensive lesson. I went to school. She may have graduated with the degrees, but I went to school and I earned a PhD. And this is something, I'm certified now. This will never happen again. Has some good memories in there. I'll hold on to those, but this is never going to happen to me again. You have to get a hold of your narrative, because see, going to school and learning a critical lesson, it feels different. It feels a lot different than I was kicked, I was used. Because if you keep telling yourself, I've been kicked, let's slow that down here. I've been kicked. See, there's a psychological energy that goes with that. Can't you just feel yourself getting kicked in the side? I've been manipulated and let down. When I say that, don't you just feel yourself being pulled down into despair? See, language means something. Internal language in your narrative, it means something. So I want you to get a hold of your language and get a hold of your narrative. Write the narrative out. Write it out on your terms. Exactly what happened and how you want to play it in your mind. Because let's be honest, as you're healing, it's going to come back. But if you let it all stay jumbled up in your mind, all the resentment getting on top of you, that's going to be very destructive for what you want to do in your life, in your days. Get a handle on the narrative now. Okay? The second piece, this came to me. I could tell, you can read it in a book, or, I got it from this or this place. This came straight from the Holy Spirit. When I was on the tail end, getting myself out of a very bad situation. And I'll tell you, when you pray and when you cry out, Father, I'm looking for clarity. I need a tool. Those prayers can't help but be answered. And I call this, and Michael, go ahead, get your pen, get whatever you need to do. I call this extraction. Okay? You're going to extract the weight, and you're going to hang in the middle. What do I mean by that? These situations, especially, a breakup, the loss of a job, there's such a heaviness to it. Here's the thing that I didn't understand until the Holy Spirit truly started working with me on a deeper level and just cemented and crystallized a certain set of knowledge and information. You don't have to experience it as weighty and heavy. You really, really don't. I mean, one would think, well, Sheila, I just, it's devastating. It's 6 years, or I just lost this 7-figure position, or someone, this or that person walked out of my life. Just hear me and hear me well. You do not have to experience heavy circumstances as heavy. Let me explain exactly what I'm talking about. When I was going through that crazy situation, getting myself out of that relationship, people would ask me, what happened with you guys? What happened? And before I really got a handle on this technique, even the question would just weigh me down. I started using this whole piece of extraction. I took the weight out of it. I'm going to show you how I did in just a second. I took the weight out of it and I started hanging in the middle. So I would respond something like this, they come and go. Easy come, easy go. I'm good. I'm going to be all good. Mind you, on the inside, at first, I was so just torn up. I heard myself saying it, but I'm like, oh my God, I am phony as hell in front of these. That's how it felt at first. And then I would get home, I say, whew, it doesn't feel as bad. It doesn't feel as bad. And then I took that whole piece, hang in the middle. And I would not let myself, even in my private moments, oh my God, I can't believe this is over. What's next for me? I wouldn't allow that. Even in my private moments, I say, you know what? He didn't look that smart. Apparently, he's not that smart. He let a woman like me go. Let me go. I need to call up some of my friends, get some stuff going. I made it as light and airy as I possibly could. A couple times I would put some humor and jokes to it, but I would not let myself dip down into that despair. If I felt it coming, again, my private moments, girl, no, we can't do this. No, we're too cool for this stuff. It was always an air of elevation and lift. And I found the more extraction, I would take the weight off of it and hang in the middle. It became such a comfortable place. It felt good to my body. It felt good to my spirit. And then I started to experiment with this extraction and hanging in the middle with anything that came through that was frustrating or was upsetting. I pulled the weight out of it with a lighter, as playful as I could get. If I couldn't get playful, I would still pull it up with some light narrative or commentary. And Michael, you can do the same thing. Definitely when you start playing with this, it's likely to feel inauthentic, but the more you pull up, you lighten that energy. My goodness, the spirit loves it so much. You come in and there's just so much support and reinforcement because it feels good and it works. A lot of times, folks who are depressed and they're getting despondent, they're pulling the weight of it. They are ingesting and digesting the weight of it. The other day, some crazy stuff happened where I could have been like, oh, here we go again. You know what I said? It's that extraction and hanging in the middle. You're going to have some crazy people. You're going to see that every once in a while. You go get a little curveball. It's just a little speed bump. I got to keep going. It's a narrative. It's a narrative within the self, and that is a very powerful technique. Well, Sheila, are you telling us to just step off and go into denial? I'm not telling you to deny. We know full well what's up and what's going on. I'm telling you that from a spiritual, psychological, metaphysical perspective, you don't have to experience a weighty issue as such. Start playing with the energy of it. You know what I'm saying? People will come to me, Sheila, I'm such a sensitive person. I feel like I'm an empath. I'm picking up on other people's emotions. You can start playing with it there. It doesn't have to be, oh, I feel they're so toxic or they're so negative. Why can't it just be, I sense some funky energy. I know what to do with that. Put them in the white light and I got to go on. We don't need to dwell on it and fixate on it. That's what's going to pull you down. So back to you, Michael. I want you to start extracting the weight and hanging in the middle. Hanging in the middle. By the way, you need to get rid of anything in your environment, anything that you can that's going to, old pictures, old clothes, get yourself off social media as well. Anything that's going to be triggering to you, get rid of that. This is a time for cleansing, healing, purging, fresh anew. Fresh, starting anew. As my grandfather would say, now, what I say to myself, something doesn't work, could be a business rejection, friendship, whatever. Out loud, I say, woo, bring in the fresh, refresh it, renew it. I get myself into the habit, say it out loud. Father, rain down the morning dew. Rain on down the morning dew. I'm ready. I am open and receptive. Out with the old, in with the new. Let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. You see, we can get this energy and this attitude to meet it that way. So I want you to clear all your triggers out. And then, Michael, my next piece of advice for you, this is what does people in every time. Listen, I worked with someone who was on again, off again, up, down with this individual for over 20 years. Over 20 years. And you know what happened? The person that this individual was dealing with retired to Florida with their spouse. This individual was the person on the side for years and dangling and waiting in the wind. Oh, I hope I'm going to get my turn. This person, flew off to the sunshiny atmosphere. And there it is, on again, off again. And what happened, I had advised multiple times, white knuckle it. And what does that mean? That's like cold turkey. Oh, you don't need any more closure. Michael, you don't need any more closure. The fact that she will not return your call, won't speak to you, say, thank you, Jesus. Use that. Use that. Use that closed door towards your white knuckle program. Personally, when it's over, I really, really recommend 6 months to a year. Close the door. Get some pine salt in your house. I love the salt bath, the sea salt with your white candle for renewal. Let yourself air dry. This is a time for purification, to let that energy just flow out of your life. But when you're on social media, calling them back, reminiscing, that you don't need to go through any albums, nothing of the sort. And you will see that first week is tough. Second week may be a little bit challenging. But most of the people I've worked with, I've talked to, including myself, Sheila, something about coming in to that third and fourth week, and especially coming into that third and fourth month, I knew I was going to be okay. Respect levels for yourself rise. You start to see and feel the potential for opportunity on the horizon. So I really like this whole thing of I like the cold turkey. I have to tell you, I'm not one for too much processing. It's been processed. All right. I know you're not interested. And let me go on, take a little curve on the bended road here. What you don't want to do When someone does not want to be in your life, I know it hurts to be used. I understand that. It has happened to me. Okay? But the worst thing you can do when someone has indicated, I'm not interested, I don't want to respect you, I don't want to have a balanced relationship, I'm not going to take time for you. Once you understand that and they have announced it, you have one job: to see how fast and how far you can get the hell out of the situation. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell this, I've seen it over and over again. Because when you linger in those places, it is an open invitation. You're literally raising your hand. Let me see what you can do next to up the ante and show me again. Sir, may I have another? That's what comes to mind. Sir, may I have another? Oh, that wasn't clear enough? Wasn't enough degradation, insults? No. Sir, may I have another? And so when you raise your hand and you're asking for this and sitting in places, that's an invitation. And I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. You know, we are here to live out our true divinity, and it does not include hanging out, hanging on to anyone who does not want to be a part, who does not want to enjoy the celebration. I wouldn't care. I'm serious now. It can be family, someone you thought was a friend, a relationship. I don't care how they were. Oh, 2 years ago, it was so great, so nice. It has changed. And when it changes, we need to make a new assessment. Because the thing about this work, it's been so gratifying and interesting because of how I've been positioned over the years. I cannot tell you how many men and women have sat in my office and how they characterize individuals that they are using and abusing in some shape, form, or fashion, to the point where there have been times I have asked, well, it sounds like, are you connected to this? This is an abusive situation. This person clearly, they have these feelings for you, or they're allowing this. Are you connected to that? I've had people look me straight in the eye and say, yeah, I'm connected to it. Sheila, I'm not asking for this. They're, freely giving. If that's how they want to roll, what am I supposed to do about it? And knowing good and well that it's imbalanced, they have no intentions that match the other person's, but yet they will sit there and see, what else am I going to get? What are the other goodie bags? So I understand, Michael, you sound like a lovely person, a good heart. I love nice people and kind people. I think that they make the world go round. We need lovely, nice, and kind people. The problem is you have other folks, they don't look at it that way. It becomes, what else can I get out of you? And Michael, it is time to be accountable. It is time to draw that line of demarcation in the sand and say, oh no, never again. I understand the feelings of shame. I understand the feelings of regret. But I've told you all before, the way I look at it, these are sacrifices on the altar of your growth and development. Put it on the altar. It's a sacrifice, Father. You take it. We're all learning. We're all growing. And Michael, guess what? When you know better, you do better. But look, listen, I'm not a psychic. I'm a spiritual person. I'm very intuitive. I believe in my heart that this situation, the Lord is working this in your favor. There is a woman out there who is, you guys are going to dance on a beach one day. Send me the picture, Michael. You're going to dance on the beach and say, woo, I am so glad that this woman with lack of appreciation, she didn't know what to do with you. I know what to do with you. And you're going to have a bungalow. You see those commercials where they have little bungalows shaped in heart. That's what I see for you, Michael. You're not going to get there dilly-dallying and in regret. Let's get into our salt baths, healthy food, get off the social media, all of it, get your narrative down pack, extraction and hang in the middle, and let's work that out. When friends asked about it, look, what's her name? That's old news. Give me a new topic. That's done. That's done. Though I call me petty. Probably I am petty. I don't care where this person is, I wouldn't give them the satisfaction. I wouldn't give them the satisfaction spiritually, energetically. Give yourself the gift of seeing yourself elevate past this. I just become too stubborn over the years. I may dip a little bit, but you won't get the satisfaction. I'm going to see myself elevate. So listen, used and tossed aside, tossed where? One man's trash, another person's treasure. I wouldn't let anyone toss me anywhere. You didn't toss me anywhere. You may have thought you tossed, it bounced, boop, right back out into the jewelry, the deluxe, the diamond, the gold, the sapphire. You didn't toss anything. So you guys, look, I'm going to be back with some more wonderful content soon. If you're loving what I'm doing, please don't forget to subscribe, share the news of the channel with your friends and family. Also, I've opened up, I had to step away for a little bit, but open up interviews again for my Tools Not Talk community. That's an accountability program. We get together in our empowerment circles and we're holding you accountable for your dreams, hopes, and aspirations. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye-bye.